Hey, what's going on there, guys? Nick and Greg here with another Draft Tech video. We have a pack of Cons of Tarkir here that we're going to be opening on up. And what are we going to do with this, Greg?
Yeah, we're going to talk about what we would pick out of the pack.
Yeah.
And do a sort of a draft simulation, if you will.
Let's get right on into it. So, hopefully we get some good stuff out of here. Alright, so our first card is the Wetland Sandbar.
Elk.
We have Valley Dasher, Taste Creature. Our Firehoof Cavalry. Monastery Flock. Rotting Mastodon. Savage Punch. We have Mardu Banner. We'll try to organize this after we get everything out of here. Highland Game, another elk.
Nice.
So
the double elk pack. I'm happy with this.
Swiftwater Cliffs. So we have some dual lands in here. Brave the Sands. Mare Ek Nightblade. Our Sultai Charm. Hardened Scales is a rare. Pretty cool. What are the odds? A foil Hardened Scales as our foil in here, and then a mountain and a snake, which don't really matter for us. So let's organize this so we can kind of see everything here on the screen. So
what an interesting pack!
Yeah, very interesting.
Just because of that double Hardened Scales.
So as far as this pack goes, if we were picking, I don't know, like top 5 cards out of here, like first off, let's try and see what like the best card is out of here. I personally want to say that it's the Nightblade. Like, right. Nightblade's really, really sweet. That's probably my favorite card out of here.
In general, I like the Mare Ek Nightblade for sure. However, because this is such an unusual pack with the double these, I definitely want to take anything that's going to make these worthwhile. So instead of trying to take one of these and trying to pry away someone's Hardened Scales strategy, I would first grab this and just hope these
It's the only Outlast card, yeah.
So, rip the Outlast.
It's like, these are so sweet, and it's like, yeah, it's a foil rare, but like... this card cohesively is extremely good, but this card in general, with the Outlast to give your creatures Death Touch, is just absolutely stupid most times. So, Mare Ek Nightblade, I'm gonna agree, is the first pick out of here. From here, Brave the Sands is a pretty cool card. Sultai Charm is pretty cool as well. Valley Dasher is pretty good as far as like playing red aggro or like playing a 2-color red aggro deck as far as the limited format's concerned. Savage Punch is kind of cool as well. Like nothing's really overpowering. Like everything's pretty much on the same base level of power, I want to say.
I think my second choice would actually be between the Valley Dasher or the Savage Punch.
Okay.
Sultai Charm has a lot of versatility, but to be honest, having played in drafts before, it's very situational with that draw 2 cards or destroy target artifact or enchantment. Yeah. And even the monocolored creature clause thing might not make it, true removal. So I would go with the Savage Punch since it's a cheap, effective form of removal in a color that doesn't get a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. So we'll flip over the Savage Punch here. Then from there, I would probably have to say, like, I don't know, whenever I see the Hardened Scales, like, I want to say that, like, I want to force myself in the Outlast, as even, like, as bad as that may be, it's like, oh, I'm just going to force this archetype because I see the Hardened Scales there. There's definitely enough on Outlast and, like, a triple Cons of Tarkir to, like, go around, but...
No, my next choice would be the Valley Dasher as a third one.
Okay,
it's the only.
Yeah, I could see that.
There's one of each creature left in color-wise, except for blue, and I would probably just want to take. I think what would be the most effective color to remove, which would be red. So I would take the Valley Dasher, and then there'd be no more red creatures in the pack, and I'd be happy with the pick that I have.
You know where I actually stand with this one now? No, now that I think about this pack a little bit more, it would actually probably be the Valley Dasher or the Swiftwater Cliffs, because given how much like force drafting I've done for 5 colors with this format, blue-green seems like the best base colors to force draft around, and then like having like the mana fixing around like blue and green out, like past there, and like even though like the Monastery Flocks and cards like that, they're just really, really good. So I would have to say like the Dual Land or the Valley Dasher, but I would probably grab the Valley Dasher.
Sure. Well,
like, because you actually get yourself into a strategy, whereas the Cliffs is more just kind of like a shot in the dark, if anything else.
Yeah, well, let's flip the Cliffs over too, and then go from there.
Okay, so from here, like the Sultai Charm looks pretty cool.
At this point, I would probably just take the Sultai Charm.
Okay.
I'm not happy about it, but I probably don't want anybody else. I don't want anybody else to have it.
Yeah.
So at this point, but yeah, there's not too much else that's really jumping out.
Yeah.
The creatures are all pretty average. I mean, maybe just start taking some bodies at this point, but that's about it for me.
From here, like the Brave the Sands is pretty nice. Like I actually like the Brave the Sands for what it does for an enchantment for 2. I think from a limited perspective, it's just like really good for allowing you to like block extra things and also giving you vigilance on top of that.
I'd be fine with that being my final pick as well.
You think?
Yeah. That
over the Hardened Scales? Like if a foil Hardened Scales was being passed to you at this point in time?
I mean, maybe just for value.
Yeah, for the value, I think the foil is pretty.
It all hinges on the Nightblade. The Nightblade, if he's in the pack with these Hardened Scales, makes these a big deal. If he's not in the pack, these would probably be overlooked. So
yeah.
It depends on whether I had him as well or not.
Okay.
Or any
I think I would agree with that. So yeah, I think I like that assessment. So we'll go with Brave the Sands as like the last one. Then highlighting on the cards that we did actually flip over. So we have our Valley Dasher, Swiftwater Cliffs, a card dimension as far as force drafting goes, and if you're trying to like force draft within a certain set of colors, blue-green, in my experience, have seen is just really good. Valley Dasher is really good for like the red-white. Red-white seems to be pretty good for aggro or even like Mardu aggro is really good. Brave the Sands fits into like a lot of different decks. Nightblade, of course, fits into Outlast and Abzan in general. And then the Savage Punch, which works really well with Timur. But overall, just playing any high-end fatties and just playing green is like the card just ends up being really, really great. And then we have like our Hardened Scales, which if they wheel to us and we can play them and they can actually be in a cohesive strategy for us, that's pretty sweet. So,
if I was in a draft online, I would force a Hardened Scales plan.
Yeah, like
I'd be that.
I would be very tempted to do it.
I would be all over these.
Yeah, so that is our assessment of this Magic the Gathering pack. Let us know what you guys think as far as this pack goes with what you would do for, I don't know, like top 5. I think we can get that for like a reoccurring theme. Like top 5 picks out of here, what you guys would draft and what priority. Let us know and start up some discussions. That's what these are mainly for. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Yeah, see you on the next Draft Tech.
If you guys want to keep up to date with everything that we have going on here at Absolute MTG, remember to hit that subscribe button, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. Also, remember to check out our sponsors of the channel, MTG Madness and AVUgames.com. But as always, thank you guys for watching.